Trump's fascination with Greenland, more than any global issue, has truly sparked a shift in thinking. It has bewildered many diplomats, foreign policy experts, and economic analysts. This has caused unease for individuals across the political spectrum, both left and right. Even non-European diplomats are feeling unsettled by the situation. A Washington-based African diplomat exclaimed, "It was astonishing. The seriousness of his threat was shocking. And this isn't finished." Suzanne Maloney, a Middle East analyst leading the Brookings Institution's foreign policy program, remarked, "It seems like the world has lost its sanity." She stated, "The determination on this issue appears entirely divorced from our national interests." Recently, many in foreign policy circles questioned if the post-World War II order was truly dead. Following Trump's move regarding Greenland, I hear more experts outright declare it lifeless. Mark Carney, Canada's leader, echoed this sentiment at the World Economic Forum recently. This upheaval prompts foreign policy advisors to reconsider the strategies they provide. Think tank professionals are altering their travel and research plans. Maloney shared that she recently submitted her department's research priorities for the upcoming year but cautioned that they might change dramatically next week. European diplomats noted that the Greenland fiasco has introduced a new reality, emphasizing that even allies may not be secure from Trump's unpredictability. It sparks a kind of fear within the European Union, one European diplomat shared. It's not merely about expanding our perspectives. We must realize this moment is distinct, where the usual rules and laws may not hold. Now, everything feels negotiable. I allowed for anonymity to these diplomats to discuss this sensitive matter. Despite Trump softening his tone recently, he initially stated he wouldn't use military power to claim Greenland. He then announced a withdrawal of his tariff threat after reaching a framework concerning the territory, with few immediate details available. However, Trump's unpredictable nature casts doubt on whether the Greenland issue is truly settled. His record shows he often reneges on deals, even those crafted by his administration. He still has 3 years remaining in his current term. Critics of Trump voiced they're still on edge, even with his softened rhetoric. His primary desire is to expand the United States domain, noted Eric Green, a former senior official on the National Security Council. Eventually, he will revisit this issue. The impact of Trump's Greenland ambitions has scrambled agendas of numerous foreign affairs professionals, significantly unusual even for a president known for challenging norms. This entire Greenland debacle poses difficulties for those teaching international relations. Many find themselves continually revamping their syllabi. These educators strive to use neutral language to clarify the actions of influential figures, aiming to equip students with the understanding needed to navigate the world. But sometimes, you just want to shout, "This is a ridiculous idea." Daniel Dresner, academic dean at Tufts University's Fletcher School, expressed this sentiment succinctly. Trump's pursuit of Greenland intertwines with a personal self-interest that surpasses his typical "America first" rationale. He has mentioned his ambition stems, in part, from disappointment over not receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. It feels a bit like the Twilight Zone, Green reflected. He's connecting a personal grievance to a wholly unreasonable geopolitical demand. Generally, Trump's foreign policy actions possess some rationale behind them. While you may disagree with his logic, it's often visible. He targeted Iran's nuclear facilities because it represented a rare chance to disrupt a program threatening the U.S. His focus on capturing Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro stems from a desire for access to Venezuelan oil and the belief that Maduro undermines U.S. interests. His tariffs aim to bolster U.S. economic self-sufficiency over time. By pressuring Denmark to negotiate over Greenland, Trump and his team claim they prioritize U.S. national interests. The island's strategic location and abundant resources play a key role in this rationale. Alex Gray, a former senior National Security Council official during Trump's first term, expressed concern that Greenland's inhabitants might seek independence from Denmark. making them vulnerable to outside threats from China or Russia. That's why we need to present an enticing offer to them, Gray emphasized regarding U.S. outreach to Greenland. Trump's history shows he often makes seemingly outrageous demands before settling for less. Markets have often reacted negatively to his Greenland ambitions, suggesting he's sometimes influenced by economic concerns. Some argue he backs down easily, yet this approach has merits. It compels discussions about overlooked issues and secures agreements on terms that would usually raise eyebrows. Nevertheless, Trump's insistence on U.S. control over Greenland has tarnished America's standing with allies. Critics assert this cost should never have arisen. After all, past agreements with Denmark grant the U.S. considerable access to Greenland. U.S. military operations already take place there. Trump's insistence on U.S. sovereignty over the territory strikes a heavy blow against U.S. relations with European allies and impacts NATO, a military alliance dedicated to defending Greenland from threats. For those advising clients, instructing students, or engaging the public, Trump's Greenland initiatives highlight the challenges of accurate foreign policy forecasting. The true consequences of Trump's actions may emerge long after he leaves office. Often, he appears as if he's orchestrating more substantial changes than evidenced. The effective rates of his tariffs are often lower than declared. His policies frequently contradict each other, like his desire for African nations to thrive independently while simultaneously imposing tariffs that harm their economies. The situation regarding Greenland ultimately hinges on the character of one man. Perhaps a political psychology course is in order for everyone involved. Or maybe we should form a support group for weary foreign policy professionals?